Hello, in this video, I'm going to show you how to easily and quickly set up A/B tests with your Divi site using Optibase. So I already have a WordPress site with Divi and with the Optibase plugin installed. If you don't know how to install the Optibase plugin, link in the description. We have a video that's going to show you how to do that. So with that being said, here we are in the Optibase dashboard. And the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to click on create test. So let's just call this like BTN test, something like that. I want to test two different variants of a button. Now, what we have in front of us is three different types of tests. A/B test is the most common one. That's basically when you want to test two different versions of something on the same page. So like I want to do now with two different buttons. Then we have URL split. You're going to want to use that one to test two completely different versions of a page. Let's say you have a home page and it's been working, but you want to test a new one. That's when you would do URL split, totally different URLs. Then we have multivariate test, which is basically like a big giant A/B test or a combination of A/B tests. So if you have multiple different A/B tests running, one with your buttons, one with your feature section, and you want to see which combination works the best, that's when you would do a multivariate test. So again, in this case, we're just going to do A/B test. The next thing we need to do is create a conversion. So that is basically what we want to be our marker of success. So in this case, when someone clicks on our button. So let's go ahead and just click create conversion, and I'm just going to call this BTN. As we did before. And then we have different types. So again, we're doing click right now because we want to track when someone clicks a button, but there's also form submission. So you can add the same attribute to a form and it'll track when it's submitted. We have page view, scroll depth, time on page, and you can also do it programmatically with JavaScript if you want to. Let's go ahead and leave this as click for now. And we also have count once per user. So if you're working on an e-commerce site or something which people can go through the same flow multiple times, don't select this. But for something where maybe you're like an agency or something where people would just go through the flow once, you're going to want to mark this one off. So create conversion, and it's going to give us our attribute. As we can see here, it is data Optibase click conversion ID button. So now we're going to head into Divi and we are going to add this. So as you can see, we have two different buttons here, and I do not want obviously for both of these to show to someone at the same time, but someone clicking this button, this join our group button, that's what we want to track. So we are going to click on it. We're going to go to advanced and we're going to go to attributes. So here I'm going to do enter custom attribute, and let's just call this Optibase conversion. And then for the attribute name, we are going to add this first bit here, data Optibase click conversion ID. And then for the value, we are going to do the second part, which in this case is BTN. It's whatever you named it, so BTN, just like that. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other button. So as you can see, we have Optibase conversion here now. Now let's do it on our pink button. Just like that, we have added the attribute. So we are now tracking when someone clicks this. Let's head back into Optibase and carry on. So the next thing that we can do is connect variants. So this is the two different buttons like that. We have set it up so it's going to track when someone clicks it, but we haven't actually told Optibase which one's which. So let's go ahead and do create variant, and let's name the first one green and click create. And then let's do another one and name it pink. And again, let's hit create. So now we have these, and we have to add attributes again. So data Optibase variant ID green and data Optibase variant ID pink. Let's go ahead and add those now. There we go. So we've added our variant IDs, so we can go back to Optibase and hit complete. So now there's just a little bit more that we need to do to get our test officially up and running. We can see one more attribute, which is data Optibase test ID button test. We need to add these to both of our buttons so that Optibase knows that this is the test that we are running. So data Optibase test ID. Let's go and add that now. All right, so just like that, we have added all the attributes that we need to add. So now I can go ahead, set this to active, and then we can just save our site in Divi. Now I'm going to go ahead and test it out. So I've just opened up the page here, and as we can see, we can only see one variant. That's a good sign. That usually means everything is working perfectly. We can see join our group right here. I'm going to go ahead and just click that. And then I'm going to go into Optibase and take a look over here. As you can see, it has been tracked. Pink has tested one user with one conversion on button. So just like that, your test is up and running. You're good to go. You can just monitor it. So finally, what I'm going to do is just walk you around Optibase a little bit and tell you a little bit more about the things that you can do in the dashboard. So on your test, first of all, I set it to active, but you can actually set it to scheduled, and then you can select when you want it to go live in the event that you want to do that. Along with that, you can actually set restrictions on the location, on the device type, on the operating system, and on the browser in case that is going to make your data more accurate. You can also just track your overall site analytics. So as you can see over here, we can see, am I getting more views on desktop or on phone, which operating system and which browser. This is a local site, so it's just me a whole bunch of different times. And along with that, if you're an agency or a freelancer and you work for clients, well, Optibase has different workspaces, so you can set up one for each client and make everything super neat and tidy. Along with that, you can add more members, and you can even export your data. There's a whole bunch of different things that you can do with Optibase and Divi. So I hope you like this video. If you want to see more Divi content, leave a like and let us know in the comments. See you soon in the next video.